Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's audible.
Yeah. Hello. Can
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Hello, Abhishek.
Yes.
Yeah, Abhishek this side. Yeah, again Abhishek.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah, good. Yeah. How about you?
Hello.
Hello. How about you?
Yes. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How
Good.
about you?
Yeah, good. Yeah. So sorry, yeah, sorry for the delay due to the technical
Yeah,
issue.
no problem.
There are lots of issues going on with Zoom. That's the reason we are unable to log in on time. So
Yeah,
next
no
time we are
problem.
supposed to be logging on time, but sorry for that.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. So before I start, I can start with my introduction. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Actually, I have the 10-year experience in the data analyst, working with the consultants before I joined the Convergence, then moved to the So just I'm planning to start the free online classes to support whoever want to learn SAS course without pay anything, because there are lots of organizations, they are taking lots of money to teach SAS, but after complete the course there is no result. No. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's the reason I'm going to start. So we can share our knowledge. I'm not expert, but we can at least teach what I know, that we can share to enhance our skills and to support to become a data analyst.
Great.
That's a good.
That's a great initiative. Thank you.
Thanks. So can you introduce about you? What you a little bit about your background and qualification background and working background?
Yeah. So I am currently working as a senior business analyst
Okay.
in Valuser.
Okay.
It's a
Good. Yeah.
business analytics company in Gurgaon.
Okay. Good.
I am into like data analytics, not core data analytics, but I have experience in data analytics.
Okay.
I worked into the data visualization tool. I have worked with VBA SQL, like for data fetching the data, manipulation of the data, data cleaning, and running different statistical techniques.
Good. Yeah. You are
So
already in this field.
yes, I am into this field. But I am trying to get into like the ML part or the AI part, and also like the statistical analysis. So I am into descriptive analysis. Right?
Good. Yeah. So which tool do you work currently?
I currently work with SQL. I currently work with R, the Tableau. These are the tools, and Excel VBA.
Okay. So do you not use the SAS?
I have used that.
Okay. So have you done this course from the any private organization or somewhere else?
Not exactly, but I got some materials of that, and I practiced in the the free website. Like I don't remember the SAS training, the website what we have. I think I'm forgetting the name. Uh, the online server of SAS. You should run the code and get the results.
That,
So that is a thing.
that,
Online stats studio.
yeah, that's a great idea. So do you have any idea about the SAS before I start the SAS? Do you have go through the SAS, how exactly works that?
Yes. So basically, what I know about SAS is like it is it's a it's basically a tool which it's a basically a language which helps in different statistical analysis of data and also data manipulation, data crunching and data cleaning and all the data manipulation things. Apart from that, it also helps in as I said, like different statistical analysis or machine learning and all those stuff. So what I know is like when we talk about the language, the SAS has two major parts. One is the data state part, and second is the proc part. So data state part is defines the data part of define what is the data all about, and the proc state defined uh, what are the functions the data part should do, uh, and we achieve our goal through these two steps.
Okay, okay. That's a good idea. you are already in this field, so they are not going to take that much time to learn SAS because you have already idea about the how data works and what exactly we need to do. Only need to do the visualization in SAS because you have already lots of idea about the data because you already work on the data. So there's not going to be a much problem to know and to take about the knowledge about the data. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So there are lots of free resource you can utilize to learn the SAS. SAS University is one of the best university to learn the SAS. So we can start with the SAS. Okay. So do you have the SAS version, offline version for do the practice?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Do you have?
Okay. Uh, no, no, I don't have. I installed the online thing,
Yeah.
but later it was like around 6 to 7 months back.
Okay.
So I am not. I have to redo again.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I mean, I did it. Like I have installed a VMware and we have to connect to online SaaS, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
I did all those steps for online connection of SaaS, but currently I have to check in my systems because uh, I used to do in my like office computer. I have to install the SAS server and all, and I have to check basically in my own system.
Okay. Basically, there are two things in the SAS. There are one is the offline SAS and second is the online SAS, where you can go and
Mm-hmm.
create your user ID and use those SAS without installing a system. That's a good thing because if you install the SAS, they are not, SAS is one of the very costly tools. So it's not possible as a being a learner to buy SAS and install in your office. So I will no, I will suggest you go and do online SAS. There's a SAS University. So SAS University edition. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
this is the SAS. Okay, this is the SAS where you can go and start with the learn. Okay, and get started with the SAS, and you can create your ID. Okay, they
Mm-hmm.
they will give the option to log in online. So if you log in online after creating that, then you'll get this platform. This is the SAS.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So are you comfortable to do online, online or offline SAS? There are both options they provide for the university, SAS university.
Right. Right. So, I have to check the steps how to install these things.
Yeah. So just you go on the SAS website and create your user ID. This is the option to log in the SAS. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here you can enter your email address. If you have already existing ID, then you can log in here, enter your email ID and go to the next. And suppose you do not have the user ID, then you have to create the create profile. Okay, they are little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They ask about the personal information, and then you can create the profile. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
after
Mm-hmm.
create the profile, they provide the option to do the down offline with the help of the VV player. Yeah, you can log in online. So
Okay.
just I have already user ID, and they're asking for the password. Oh, thanks, my password is going to expire. Password is updated.
So once you create a profile,
Okay.
you can log into SAS environment.
Yes.
So initially, what I knew is like, yeah, you have to install VMware and all those stuff. So it's
No,
not required now.
no. It's required when you if you want to work offline. If you want to use the SAS tool online, then no need to download anything. Just go and create the profile and log in online.
Okay.
This is the one, you know, video where you can check how to create the profile and how to log in your phone. So, learn SAS City Edition. Go to the Google SAS University. There is the option to download the SAS University Edition. If you want to, install SAS University stuff for the offline and get free software, you need to select the operating system Windows OS and Linux. Windows. To download, minimum requirement is a Windows 7, 8, and 8.1 or 10, and 64-bit Windows and 1 GB RAM should be there.
Okay.
So I will suggest go online and you know do online. You need to download and those things. It's up to you how it's going to utilize. It's all about you. If you are comfortable to do offline, then you need to download. If you are okay with do online, so go and do online. I'm logging online.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I create few things. SAS Studio, search file folder, open file from your file shortcut. SAS. These are the PDF I created. Okay. So I can tell you what we can do in SAS and which topic we are going to cover. Okay.
Okay.
So I think I have already mentioned, hmm, LinkedIn profile. Are you have done any courses from the IVY?
Sorry.
IVY. Do you have any idea about the IVY?
IVY? No, no.
So we are going to cover this topic: read and create data file, manipulation and the transform data, combine SAS
Okay.
data set, and create basic detail and the summary report. Already you work on this topic. Difference only you using the R tool, not SAS. That's right.
Right. Right.
Right. So we uh, so we work on this thing activities on the SAS with help of the SAS. So, so can you start with SAS? Hello.
Sorry.
Can
Yes.
we start with the SAS?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So this the if you log in the SAS, you'll get this, you know, infrastructure after the login. Okay. So there's three things important in the SAS. One is the code, log, and result. Code, the code
Mm-hmm.
where we need to write the code, and log we can check after the running the code. You'll get any error or something that will can in the log they highlighted with the red line. Okay, and result there will get the output of the code.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay, cool.
this is the where you need to upload the file and you can save the file and create the file. Okay,
Right. Mm.
and this is the task and uh, utilities. This is the offline we know, you know, that much required for us. And most important is the file library. There are two libraries. One is the temp library, and second where you can create your own library. There's a little bit difference from the temp library and the permanent library. If you save anything in the temp library is the work library where you currently working. When
Mm-hmm.
After running the data, data automatic save in the temp library if you did not give the path to save in any permanent library. So what happened after restart the SAS, you can use the file if you save in the temp library,
Okay, right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So to save the data, it's important to save the data in the permanent library, like map, SAS, these are the permanent library. Work library is the temp library. So
Okay.
system by default save your file in the work library. Till the time
Mm-hmm.
you are logging, you are working, that's a fine. After re-logging, if once you log out from the SAS and re-logging in the SAS, then you can lose your data. Again,
Right.
you have to write the entire data to create the and get the result. So it's better to save
Right.
your you know data in the permanent library.
Right.
So these
Mm-hmm.
are the permanent library and work is the temp library. This is the file
Mm-hmm.
shortcut where you can upload and download the file, create the file. Okay. Here you can import the data. This option gives the option to import your data from your system.
Okay. So just have a query.
Okay.
So if this environment cannot be used in like in a corporate environment, right?
Yeah, you can utilize, but in the corporate life, they require license version. These are the
Okay.
free resource to learn.
So the things will be same as in
Yeah,
the
things will be the same. There is no such much difference.
okay. So I'm mainly saying like it's for difference between the commercial and this personal use.
Yeah, correct. SAS actually give the opportunity to learn the SAS to utilize the SAS university. It's only for they created only for the students, not for the professionals.
Okay.
Because if you are going to learn, you can not go and spend the 2 and 3 lakhs to buy the SAS tools to learn, because it's one of the costly SAS program.
So suppose if I get a data from the client
Yeah,
and I use this version
yeah,
to run the code and everything.
yeah. You can.
So I can do, but when will the problem will occur? Means, uh, since if I can't means if I use it commercially,
Yeah,
for example, I use this if I get a client data set and use this like university edition and
yeah,
do all the kind of analysis.
yeah.
So when will the error will happen? Means, at what step?
You know,
Means
in India, there are two things. One, lots of people use the Windows crack version, and people use the license version. Till the time you are not going to catch by the organization, you are okay with that.
okay,
If you are going to catch by the then you might be you are in problem.
okay. Got it.
So that's the reason. If you talk about the financial organization, they use the SAS. They do not use Python or R, because those are the free resource. Your data is not free.
Mhm.
SAS, they are paid things. They have their own server. So your data is secure. So in the financial organization, they use the SAS, and
Right.
the rest of people, they they mostly they use the Python or R. So those are the free resources.
Okay.
You talk about the banking sector, they use SAS.
Right. So it's also about the client's requirements sometimes, like it's a data security and all.
Yeah, it's up to
So
the client.
yeah.
It's not up to the client, because clients just doesn't matter you are going to use which tool. For them, two things are important. One is the data is the secure, and second is the output. This matter
Mhm.
for your organization. You are working for whom? Suppose I'm working with the consultants. You are working for one of the organization. they have to pay for that and take the license for to utilize those tools. Because you are submitting the data to client. Suppose I'm working for the Coke, okay, and I took the data from the Coke and I work on the R or the Python or the SAS. They ask how you create the profile, which tool are you going to use. If I say R, they say no, don't share my data on the free resource. Then they ask about the to use the SAS or the paid tool to secure the
Okay.
data. That's the reason. And in the SAS, it's more comfortable compared to the R and the Python because it's a framework.
It is competitively, sorry,
It's easy to
competitively used.
use with the R and
Yeah, yeah, okay.
because this is the completely based on the platform, framework.
Okay. Right, right.
So it's easy. What I feel it's easy. It's up to you because one most important to learn any tool, they ask to do the more practice.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's depend on your practice how much you are going to spend the time to learn SAS or any tool. It's not about the SAS or Python. It's up to you how much you're going to spend the time. So आप
Mm-hmm.
जितना time spend करोगे उतना you will get the result.
Right.
So these are things. Okay. So I'm using the free, you know, Zoom tools. So it's only allowed to 40 minutes to do the meeting.
Okay.
So Abhishek, where you put up?
I put up in Gurgaon.
Gurgaon.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I stay in Safdar Enclave.
Somewhere in?
Safdar Enclave.
Oh, is it Delhi?
Yeah, it's in Delhi.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
So we can meet and do the offline and online both. No issue.
Sure, sure.
Okay. So
That will be.
can you share your number?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to share my number with you, and you can text or
Yeah.
you got it.
Let me check.
So tell me one thing, Abhishek. There is any issue with the timing? Yeah, you want to you know shift the timing from not from 11 or 12. Yeah, okay with the 11.
Uh, any timing means?
I'm asking you are comfortable with the time 11 a.m. Yeah, you are looking to switch the time evening or the midday.
No, in the weekend it's fine.
Yeah, weekend. I'm talking Saturday, Sunday because Monday to Friday I do not have the time.
Yeah, yeah. So, like in the weekend, it is fine. I can the 11 is fine for me.
No issue with the timing, 11 to 12.
No issue with the time. No issue with the time.
Okay, okay, okay. So number 7767916927. Right?
Yeah,
So I'm going to save this number, and next Saturday we can start about the SAS. I will say before I start, just go and do online, just little bit idea about the SAS, how it's work. Hello.
okay, sure, sure.
So,
Yeah,
so
sure, sure.
you can
So,
ask.
shall,
Sorry.
shall we cover the first topic today?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, I will do that.
Okay. So here you create the import the data. Okay, and the query
Okay.
where you can write the code and import the data to select file. Okay. And you can pick the data to import the data. Okay. And this is the folder option. These are the folder. Create the folder. Okay. Here you can create the new folder. If you want to start the new project, you can create the new folder to save those data in this folder for the future reference. Okay.
So how you create it? Can you show it once?
This is the new option. Okay.
Okay, okay,
And create folder.
okay, great.
Okay. Here you can create the new folder, and this new folder is
Okay,
created. Okay.
okay, great.
And if you click the right click, then we'll get the option new import the data in this folder. Create again a new folder inside the new folder. Rename, delete, move to somewhere, copy and upload file. And you can check the properties of the tools folders. Okay.
Okay,
So for the offline, you need to upload the data, and this
okay,
data save on the SAS server, not in system. Online,
okay,
online only one thing is the problem that you cannot utilize the data from your desktop. You have to save your desktop data on the SAS file and the SAS database. Then you can utilize those uh, files. Okay.
okay.
Uh, just, just right now that I create the new folder, and I need to upload the file, Excel file. Then we will get this option. Right click, upload file, and choose file. Okay. They give the option to your desktop. Okay. And you can select path to upload the file. Suppose online course and upload. Now you click
This
on the,
is how you import the data, right?
yeah, that's the
Okay,
thing. You can upload the data in the SAS. And now you can use this data. Okay. And
okay,
folder shortcut, just create the shortcut name in future use. And this is the option to delete. Suppose I select the, just create the folder, and if I click on the delete, then this folder going to remove from your path. Okay.
okay.
And this is the option to download.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you have, this is the file. Okay. I I write the code on this file. Okay. And I want to download this file on the my desktop. So you can select this file and create the on the download option.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can see here file started downloading, and now it's a download. You can save on your desktop. And this is the right option to upload. There are two things important for to upload. Either you can select the folder and then you can upload the file, or you can directly upload. If you do the directly upload, then you can save in the any under the activities.
Okay,
Okay, the file
Right,
form.
right. Like for example, when you upload, you have to mention the path in the upload section, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
then you can.
Yeah. First, create the folder to upload the any file because
Right,
this is the organized way to upload the file.
right,
So
right.
in future, if you are going to use those data, then you need to write the path.
Mhm.
So you supposed to be the organized.
Right.
So in organized form, you create the file and then select the file. Suppose I select the data, then I click on the upload. Then if I upload any file, that file is under the data file.
Right.
Okay. And this is the folder properties. If you select the folder and click on this, then you will get the folder properties. The name of the folder, type of the folder, location, size, and date modified, last date modified. So far we are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you know how to create the folder, how to import the data, how to upload the data, and how to download the data.
Right.
These are the basic things for the any tools. Because if you run the code, to run the code, you need to data. Or before you start the any visualization, any manipulation in the data, you need to upload the data. Correct? Hello.
Okay. Right. Right.
Correct.
Right. Right.
And second most important thing in this, second is the library. Suppose you import the data, okay, and save data in the file folder, okay.
Okay.
So again, you need to
Okay.
call those data in your library to run the code.
Okay. So I need to call the library to run the code.
Yes,
Okay.
because your data will be saved in the library folder. You cannot run the code directly from the folder. You have to save the data in the library.
Okay.
They are the by default libraries. They have the loss of the data, which provided by the SAS University. These are the data.
So the first step you do is like you upload the data to the folder and then you save the data into the library and then you use that library for
Utilizing those data. Yeah, utilizing those data. Okay.
yeah.
So this database which provided by the SAS, we can utilize to learn the SAS.
Right.
These are the SAS help. These are the library name and these are the data.
Okay.
Okay. SAS user. Currently, you can see there's no data save in the work because these are the temp library.
Mhm.
Okay. And if you click the data, just I'm clicking, double click on this data, you can see the output of the data, how it's look like.
Mhm.
Okay. In the SAS, there's a more, best part. You can filter the data from this uh, column. Suppose you can, if you click the data, then you get the entire data. Okay. But if you want to do the filtration of the data, then suppose I don't have the ID one. Just I uncheck the date ID one, then you can see ID one has been removed from your output.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Suppose this one.
Okay.
This one remove. You can do the filtration from this here to check the data.
Okay.
I think this option is not in the R.
No, there is no such option.
Not in R, no?
In R, if there is an in the above the column there is a filtration option.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the frame, framework. This is the framework.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, like you can't select the thing.
Ah, this is the option not in the R.
No.
Ah. So just for the output, you can do the filtration from here. I feel it's easy to check the data in the first, and there it shows how many rows, number of rows, 91080, number of row, and total column is the 10. If you remove the
Actually,
one,
in R, to develop, you have to develop these things. You can do it through R time.
yeah,
So R shiny is another thing which is like a part of R. In normal R you can do that, but if you use R shiny, then you can use
R
this
studio.
like this selection of no R shiny.
Okay, R side.
R R shiny is like a tool which selects if you want to select something or you want to like run some code or something. You develop one basically a framework of type of
Okay, it's a framework. Okay,
okay.
okay. And here you can see the properties, lane, character. These are options. You can expand your output. Just click on here, and you can expand your output. Getting the little bit summary about the data, how many rows in the column. You can move to the next row and next complete, rows. There's the option to do the filter again. You want to continue, you can put the continue and you can do the filtration from there. And the column name and column label. If you want to do the full screen, then you can click on here. You can get the full screen to visualize the data. Okay. Again, click on this. You get the minimize the data. So directly you can double click and check the Excel file or the data file. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is the first file. Okay. Uh, in the SAS, there is the option to run the code. Okay. If you select this and run the code,
Yeah.
you will get the output. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So code, this is the option to run your code. Submission of the history. You can check your history. Here you can save your program. Okay. And suppose I save this file again. I want to save from the different name. Then you can use the save as. And here's the program summary. And the create the file. Add to the print code and go back undo. If you write something is wrong and you want to go back on the previous page, code, then you can use the undo, move, and cut and paste. This is the cut and this is the paste. Okay. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it. So you can. This is the option to provide to run your code. Either you can click on this, or you can use the F3. It's showing the run all selected code F3. F3 is the shortcut to run your code.
Okay.
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 And this is the option to save your code. If I click, or it's already saved. If you click on the save as, then you get the option to save as. To save as of where you want to save the file. In which folder do you want to save the file? You need to select the folder, file, setup, activities, data. You can select and select. You write your name of file dot SAS. Dot SAS the extension of the SAS file, and you
Okay.
can click on the save. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the basic. I use first in the SAS start with code data.
Okay.
Okay, because you need to data to run the code. So start with the data, and this is the basic data which not provided by the any organization. Just you create your own data.
Okay.
Okay. This is the basic. Just create the data. How you can create your own data and save the data. So further, we'll discuss about the entire data, how we need to write the data. First, just go through the SAS tool environment. Then we can start with the how we're supposed to write and how we can run the code and how we get the output of the SAS. Okay. This is the output data, result, and code. Uh, Abhishek, if you share your email address, then I can share data file. Then you can run the
Sorry.
just share your email address that I could send data, Excel
Yeah.
data to utilize for the next class.
Okay. What I do, I just I should do.
Okay, so I will send the Excel file. Okay, and a little bit code about the data. You can go through, and in the next class we can discuss about the code. Okay.
Okay.
So in the next class we start the program, first program, and you we import the data through the code and utilize those data to get the output.
Okay.
Okay, because now meeting will about to end. Time has been we lost starting 20 minutes due to the technical issue.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I am telling we lost 20 minutes starting of the 20 minutes due to technical.
Okay, right. Yeah.
So it's about to you know complete
Mm-hmm.
our meeting time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So uh, I think you have now a little bit idea about the SAS tools, how we need to upload the data, how where we can write the code, how we can check the log, and where we can see the result output, and how we can save the file in the SAS tool, how
Right.
libraries works. Okay. In the next class, we work, write the code. We'll start with the code, how we can create your own library, how you can import the data through the code without using the graphics mode
Mm-hmm.
framework, and how you can get the input, and how we'll start with the manipulation part of the data with the writing the code.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So, uh, in the meantime, I just want to ask, like, if I can log into the server, just create my login ID,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that I can, like,
yeah.
yeah.
You
So,
can just
like,
create the user ID in the SAS University. If you want, I can send the
can
link
you
of.
share the link where I have logged?
Yeah, sure. I can share the link. Uh,
Yeah.
this is the link.
Okay.
Okay, you can apply. Here you can see. Here you will get the option to create your profile. Okay. And you can create your own profile. And first create your profile. And if you are getting any, if you need any help to create your profile, just let me know. I will send the exact link to create your profile.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So, the number you have shared with me is your WhatsApp number?
Yeah, it's a WhatsApp number.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
So,
So
can I connect for any difficulty? Can I connect
no
with
issue,
you WhatsApp?
no issue, anytime.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
So next class will start next Saturday at 11
Mhm.
o'clock. Okay.
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 Great.
Thanks, Avi. Thanks.
So, thank you. Thank you for the
Bye.
session.
Yeah.
Thank you.